we're excited to welcome you to a brand new week on Wake Up Nigeria.
It's also sort of like a brand new month. Still, it's the 4th, and people are still in that, mood.
The first week of February, people.
Yes, indeed. And of course, we thank you for welcoming us into your beautiful homes this morning.
Yes, indeed.
My name is Yomi Owogbe.
And I'm Titilayo Oyinson. So now, what exactly does this week hold for you? Well, we are excited to bring what we have in store for you. Hopefully, it's the right blend of everything that you need for your day to get started the right way.
Of course, to get you on the move,
yeah.
If you have to be out there, it's a Monday morning and there's lots of people who have stuff to do today. tvcontinental.tv is the website you need to visit. Check us out right there. And of course, on Facebook as well, we're on TVC Connect and we are live. And of course, if you want to participate on the show, use the hashtag Wake Up Nigeria.
So that hashtag is very important. Why? Because February is the month of love, y'all.
Oh, yeah.
So that
lots
hashtag.
Of stuff to give out. Giveaways for
Goodies,
couples, though.
Gifts, so much. Just in case you're too lazy to go out and get a gift for her. We might just help you out. Just saying. And we're going to be starting things with a bang today. That's why we have Chef Lillian of Crescent Foods joining us again this
morning. Hey guys, of course she's with Mary this morning.
Yes, so good morning everybody. It's always great to be here. We can't wait to get started.
Ooh, love the hair.
So I'm seeing burgers, I'm seeing
you.
some lettuce and
you.
some huge tomatoes and stuff. I know Chef Lillian's got something really special for me. For me.
Why is it to you? You are not the only person here.
Chef Lillian, welcome back.
Thank you so much for having me.
I'm Chef Lillian's favorite person on Wake Up Nigeria.
Aww.
Like,
since when?
Ask her now. No, just ask.
Yummy.
No, ask now.
Yes, please.
Is it true?
What's going on between us?
Food, obviously.
Just food.
Yes,
I think it might be the chicken burger talking. I don't know.
Oh yeah, it's possible.
But it's always refreshing when we have our chefs come back after a long sabbatical.
Yeah.
Now she's back. Can't wait to see.
Made all the money over Christmas.
So straight to this morning's highlights. Something very refreshing that we're going to be bringing you. Some groundbreaking things happening from way back in history. That's of course our This Week in History segment coming up very soon.
Very, very soon.
Something?
No.
Mr. Crocodile, do you like codfish? You do?
Oh, Peter, no!
That's not an error. That's actually on Wake Up Nigeria.
Yes, indeed. So today is World Cancer Day, and the fight against this potentially deadly disease has been a conversation for years, and it's still a conversation right now. We're going to be talking with Tewa Onosanya. She is the publisher of Exquisite Magazine, and she's been championing awareness on cervical cancer for many years now.
And from there, we will move on to our first musical performance of the week from Nigerian rapper and singer Da Pro.
Our Automedic series is back. Today we have Ayo Shofola. She'll be discussing drive belts today in cars. Now, I don't think she's talking about seat belts, y'all. I think she is talking about those belts that go on in the engine. I have no clue, but I know it has something to do with the engine. I'll learn a thing or two today.
And guess what? We've got a second performance. It's Monday, but we just thought we should throw one in there. And it's from versatile Nigerian actor, comedian, singer, and Instagram sensation, Brother Shaggy.
Sing it.
And for business this month, we'll be showcasing a couple of successful medium-scale business owners. This morning, we'll have the CEO of Luscious Chocolate in the studio, Femi Oyedipe.
Luscious Chocolate.
Chocolate.
Woo!
Chocolate.
All right, we also have a number of giveaways on the show
Yes,
today. courtesy of some of our sponsors and partners on Wake Up Nigeria.
Yes, indeed. Now, when it comes to giveaways, we are just always on point. When
now,
it comes
Kellogg's
to
is going to be
giveaways.
doing something very special.
Yes, now.
So take a photograph of yourself. We've been doing that since last week. Take a photograph of yourself with any brand of Kellogg's.
Yeah.
Put it beside you on the table or whatever.
Or hold it beside your face.
Yeah. And tag us on Twitter, and on Instagram, and on Facebook.
Yes, indeed.
And you get a chance to win, what did you call
A
it?
whole carton.
I shouldn't say box.
Yeah. Okay. Well, box is like maybe an individual box.
Oh yeah, so a whole carton
of that particular product. So, hey, it's going to be fun. And of course, being the season of love, who remembers what we talked about last week? The love stories?
Oh yeah, so you're sending in your love stories. Husband and wife, preferably.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Like you guys are sounding
Tell
like
us.
a couple right now, so I'm just enjoying the entertainment.
Are you kidding me right
I'm
now?
not.
Anyway, so husband and wife, preferably, send in your love story
Please.
to us on Instagram.
If you don't have to be husband and wife, just send in your love story.
So what should people like Mike do? Please
Send in your love story.
story.
You can assistance now.
Okay, at least be engaged.
If you
Engage for
come,
what?
see,
So
look.
you're going to give 2 engaged people
Yeah.
a hotel room.
Are you not understanding what I'm saying?
At least be engaged.
They want to pray, boyfriend and girlfriend.
We said for them to send in story. We didn't say
If
for
they
them
want,
to
if they want to pray, they will also give a room to their pastor beside,
No problem.
Yes,
so that they
exactly.
can pray.
so they all pray.
Yeah, so they all pray together. It will
About
be on
this-
suite.
Remember
About
the
this
hashtag
marriage.
Wake Up Nigeria giveaways when you're sending in your stories, and we'll be reading out some of the stories right here on the show.
Please be married.
Hello, good morning. Welcome again to Wake Up Nigeria. I am your taekwondo and fitness coach for today. My name is Tosdalen Peter, and today I will be taking you through some stances, combination of stances and blocks together that you may be able to apply when you're at home for your fitness workout anytime, any day. So before we do that, we have to take some light warm-ups like this. Then up, down, up, down, up, and down. Then knee raise, up. Okay, after that we go on to some stretches. It will eases of the stress, the pains. Go on the low stretch. All right. So the first stance we're going to be doing today is the horse riding stance, and we're going to do different combinations of blocks on the horse riding stance. Now the horse riding stance, from your attention stance, like I said, you go onto your ready stance, then horse riding stance, like this. The first basic block we're going to be doing today is the downwards block. It comes all the way, your hands comes across your chest, and you slide down this way. Same with the other hand, comes across your chest, and you slide down this way. Again, down and down. So you can make different combinations of this. Continuation, like this, and like that. So the next block on this same horse riding stance is the outwards block. It comes all the way out, so you can also make it, you can continue with this, like this, for your fitness exercise. It helps with your hands. So the next one is the uprising block, which comes all the way from your waist and up. The essence of this is to block any attack coming to your head. All the way up, and you can make it continuously. You can keep doing that, and it helps for your arms also. So we go back into our normal stance, and we now get into the next stance, which is the forward stance. From this position, you take your right foot to the back, or you might choose to do your left foot to the back, whichever one you've decided. So you do the same thing on your forward block and moving forward and backwards. This way, you go this way, you step forward, and you go back same way. You keep moving, it helps you. Move, move. While you're working on your feet, you are also working on your hands. So that is that for the downwards block. So we'll do that again on our outwards block. This way, same way. Forward, forward, and forward. So I do this on the side. This, step forward, you block out, you block out. Same way, you block out, you block out. That is that on the outwards block. So we give you 2 more blocks, which is the uprising block and the inwards block. So we're going to be taking this on the forward stance again. I stand by this side, I go this way. All you need to do is the uprising block, take it up, take it out. Remember the hand comes from your waist, up and up. Same thing, you're trying to protect any attack coming to your face. Now, same thing we apply with inwards block, comes from the out and in. Comes from the outwards and in. Out and in. Same thing going backwards. You do this and you can make it as fast as possible. It helps for the arms and the leg, strengthen them both. So from here, we're going to include our punches on our horse riding stance. You can make this as many times as you want. You punch this way. You can either make a straight punch or a vertical punch this way. So you do it continuously. I tell you, when you do this, you burn some calories. So we do it from the other side on forward stance. You do this and you do this. Thank you for watching. I remain Tosdalen Peter, your Taekwondo coach.
Oh, they're here. All right. I was trying to keep up. Everyone thinks I look like a doll when I do that. Anyway, you're welcome to the kitchen right here on Wake Up Nigeria. It's a beautiful new week, I must say. And I've got Chef Lillian here with me. Yes, of Croissant Foods. Today she's going to be making something very fantastic, something that will definitely cheer you up. We're so blue this morning. Everybody's very blue. Well, let's talk about the ingredients. What are you making for us today?
So today I'll be making the Yaji chicken burger with caramelized onions.
Yaji chicken burger with caramelized onions.
Yeah.
Wow. The ingredients are on your screen right now. Let's talk about them. This is onions.
Yes, I have onions here and with a bit of ginger and garlic that I'll be caramelizing.
Okay.
So I'll be doing that with a little bit of unsalted butter and cooking oil.
Okay.
So I have my tomatoes. These are actually imported tomatoes because I can't really get the size that I want. So these are my lettuce. Then these are the buns, which I'll be toasting off. These are the chicken breast for the that I'll be grilling off for the burger. So
you're grilling the chicken?
Yes, I can just pan-sear it or I can grill it, so whichever choice I have.
Sugar.
So this sugar, I'll be using just a bit of it to just caramelize these onions. And this is going to be my dressing. So this is a mixture of mayonnaise, a little bit of ketchup, salt, and black pepper.
Okay.
So
the pans are quite ready for you. What's the first thing you're doing?
So the first thing I'm going to do is to
toast the bread?
Toast the buns, yeah.
Okay.
So you don't want your burger to be soggy. You want it to be very, very crunchy and crisp. Okay. So that's the first thing. And
then you caramelize.
Here I'm going to caramelize the onions, yeah.
Now I noticed you're making use of pink salt. I'm not kidding. The salt is actually pink. Is there a reason for that?
It's just preference,
about
especially when I'm making breakfast. I like to use this because it's not very, very sharp, unlike the other regular salts that we have.
Okay.
So
this is what it looks like. You want to put some here.
Yeah. No, you have to. Yes.
Okay. So, unlike your regular white salt, this is pink. Can you make that out?
Pink sea salt.
Yeah, pink sea salt. There's yellow, there's black.
Yes.
What other colors are there for sea salt?
There's
like you
brown.
can get brown.
Yes, you can get brown.
And of course the regular white we're used to, but this one is pink.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're going to be toasting it both sides.
Okay.
Here.
The onions.
Yeah. So because we are caramelizing,
Okay.
we don't really need so much heat. We need to just do the jobs very, very slowly on the heat so that you can get out all the juice from the onions.
Okay.
So most of the time, why I like to caramelize my onions, you know, most burgers, you can just have your raw onions on them.
Yeah.
So, but the truth
I would have
is,
thought it's onion rings.
yeah, but it just takes over the whole taste of the burger.
Oh.
So I just devise a means of enjoying the actual burger without focusing on just the taste of the onions.
I guess that's why many people take out the onion rings, because the taste alone totally takes
And not
over.
everybody even actually like raw onions, yeah.
So even for people who don't like raw onions, they can actually enjoy it with this.
Yes, very well. So you're just gonna add a little bit of sugar to that.
That's all the sugar you're making use of.
Yeah, onions are naturally sweet already. Yeah, so
Being that you're trying to make caramels of it.
the butter is also going to add some sweetness to it. This
not a
salted, but yeah.
Is it possible for me to replace it with something else?
You don't actually have to use sugar if you're not a sugar fan. Just get white onions. White onions are very sweet.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. All right, fantastic. So the caramelizing is almost all done.
Yes.
And
so after that, you're gonna grill those chicken.
grill the chicken.
You're gonna sear them up.
Okay, so you want to season this for us quickly?
Yes. So for the seasoning,
Yeah. Let me give this to you.
thank you.
Okay, so you're
So for
putting
the
in
seasoning, I have my spice mix here, and I have my yaji.
so spices and yaji.
Yes.
That's what you're making use of,
Yeah.
especially pepper.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Anyway, while this cooking goes on, you know, it does look like something that you can do in 2 minutes.
Yes.
When you buy your burger, you feel they just put it together. There's actually a lot that goes into it. Well, we'll continue our business right here in the kitchen while, of course, Wake Up Nigeria continues. Going on this break, stay with us.
All right, welcome back. Now, organized by the Union for International Cancer Control and celebrated every 4th of February, that's today, a World Cancer Day is the one singular initiative under which the entire world stands together to fight against cancer. Now, joining me this morning for a discussion on this, just a few minutes, is Tewa Onoshina, who is a publisher and mindset stylist. I like that. She's also the founder and editor-in-chief of Exquisite Magazine and the founder of Exquisite Magazine Cancer Care Foundation. Now, Tewa is also a cervical cancer advocate. She's joining us this morning. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So today is World Cancer Day. What's
Yes,
the
it
mindset
is.
that people should have generally on a day like this?
On a day like this, and every day actually, people should have the mindset of prevention. You know, there's a saying that goes, prevention is better than cure. And especially in the case of cancer, where the treatment is really, really expensive,
Yes.
we are advocating for prevention, prevention. So people should have it at the back of their minds, especially as well for cancers that are preventable, that, you know, prevention is key, knowledge is power, and, you know, early detection of any form of cancer is very, very important.
Yeah, but I think even with all the noise that's been made about cancer
Yeah.
in the past 3 to 5 years, I know there's been an increased awareness. It still seems like there's a lot of people who shy away from this preventive measures
Yeah.
that they should be taking, like your smear-it campaigns
Yes.
and doing mammograms and a lot of things like that. What do you think are the reasons, especially for women, that they don't want to come forward and do checks?
In Nigeria, I would say the first thing is the cultural thing. You know, a lot of people, when you're talking about an illness, you know, be it cancer or any other thing, people are like, oh, God forbid, it's not going to happen to me. And then you're telling people it's not a matter of God forbid. You know, different things contribute to things happening in future, you know, the food we eat, the air we, you know, every single thing. So it's like, you know, it's a case of it won't happen to me. And then in the case of cervical cancer that we're advocating for, even breast cancer as well, a lot of people are like, oh, it's a bit uncomfortable or painful when I go for the test, so I'd rather not go. And we're like, what is 5 minutes of discomfort compared to a lifetime, you know, or even leading to death? of something that is preventable in the first place.
Yeah.
So I think those are the main reasons. And, you know, and of course our healthcare system hasn't made it exactly easy for people to just go out there and see a doctor and say, okay, I want to get this done, I want to get that done. But, as, you know, it's work in progress. We're way better than we were 3-5 years ago.
Yeah, but do you think cost is also an issue? Because,
cost?
Yeah, because I know that for you to do a mammogram is...
Yes.
Because there are not many places that offer
offer
mammograms. It's a bit expensive for some people, for many people, yes.
For many people, it is. So I would say, you know, cost is one of the big things as well, actually. But what we tend to say to people is, you have that money to buy the cosmetics, you have that money to buy shoes, you know, whatever it is. At least, you know, especially for breast cancer, especially women over 35, you need to be getting your mammograms done as often as possible. And women that are sexually active, if I'm allowed to use that word, you need to get your cervical cancer screening done as often as possible. Because of cost is why we're raising awareness for cervical cancer prevention and also doing free screenings as well. So we do free screenings with what we, you know, raising awareness for cervical cancer, and we add breast exam to it as well. You know, we teach people how to do the quick, you know, breast examination. So at least if you find something unusual, you know, a tiny lump, whatever it is, it might not be breast cancer, but at least you know, you're going out there to find out exactly what it is.
You know, I think it's also very auspicious that it's a guy who's doing this interview with you.
I know.
I know that a lot of our institutions are controlled by men who probably in one way or the other probably don't understand, you know, have a full picture. They do understand, but they don't have a full picture of women, what women go through. What would you want the men to know on a day like this?
Which men?
Okay, so men, so maybe husbands.
Or husbands,
husbands in one case. People who, policymakers in another case, and different things like that.
All right, I'll start with husbands. Husbands should encourage, I say encourage all the women in your life, because, you know, there's your mother, there's your sister, there's your wife, you know,
there's your
children.
daughter as well, yeah.
Exactly, daughter as well. So it's all about the men also encouraging the women to go out there and get screened. And, you know, men, when you're, you know, during your... whatever it is, if you feel something odd in your wife's, you know, boob or anything, tell her to encourage her to have it checked out as well.
Because one of the traditional things I've also heard is that men don't really like subjecting their wives to checks, especially from male doctors and things like that.
We've heard that. I mean, we hear that all the time. People are a bit reserved when it comes to, you know, seeing male doctors and things like that. But if a female doctor is not around and the male doctor knows exactly what he's doing, I think it, you know, it's a psychology thing. You're just thinking to yourself, okay, he's a man that is not my husband that's going to see whatever. Cervical cancer, actually, most of the nurses are female, so, you know, that's good. But the occasional time you get the male doctors, I mean, or the male nurses, at least they know what they're doing. So men need to encourage women that it needs to be done. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to you know, say some stats. Cervical cancer in Nigeria kills 1 woman every hour.
Wow.
Breast cancer kills 1 woman every minute in Nigeria.
In Nigeria?
So, in Nigeria. So if we have those and this is according to the World Health Organization research. So if we have these kind of figures, we're not even talking about prostate cancer, because 1 in 8 men have prostate cancer. You know, 1 in 8 black men have prostate cancer. And these are stats. These are real stats. So if you're listening to stats like this, why would you be scared, you know, to go to a male doctor or to, you know, or for that 5 minutes of discomfort when the stats are alarming and, you know, women are... I'm thinking cervical cancer prevention, I mean, it's preventable. It's a cancer where it even has a pre-cancer stage before it becomes full-blown cancer. So why are women dying at, you know, every hour of something that has a pre-cancer stage? If they are tested early, excuse me, if the cancer cells are detected early, they can be treated and fine. And men are always scared, you know, of the prostate cancer test because they think that they have to whip up their thing out and things like that. But,
you know,
but prostate
just
cancer,
intrusive.
But the thing is, prostate cancer test for men is just a prick on the finger to check for the sugar levels. Really and truly. So, you know, it's all about, World Cancer Day is about awareness. You know, talking about the preventative methods, talking about treatments and things like that. So today is a good day to touch on the different cancers that are killing people at an alarming rate, especially in Nigeria, and encouraging people to go out there and get screened.
Wow, Tewa. So finally, I mean, we're talking about what the Exquisite Magazine Foundation for Cervical Cancer does and all of that. Of course, so people can reach you how?
People can reach the Cervical Cancer Awareness Foundation on should I give my Instagram?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, the Instagram handle is at @AMAC_cervical cancer prevention. And on that page, you will get all the information that you need on cervical cancer, including different places to get screened, and then information on when we do our free screenings that we're always encouraging people to do. And we always encourage people to take our Smerit.
Oh, yeah. So I've got mine.
Campaign.
So I'm supporting the women today.
Yes,
with
Smerit.
Thanks so much for the wristband.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
Tewa. All right, so we are heading over to the kitchen now where, of course, Barry is on standby with Chef Lillian.
Thank you so much, Yomi. That's right. You're welcome again to the kitchen right here on Wake Up Nigeria. As you can see, a whole lot has been happening. We've been busy cooking up a storm, which is exactly what burgers are. Storming up in your tummy. So what's happening now, Chef?
Yes, so now I'm going to melt the cheese. That's cheddar cheese.
Okay. I think you should put it here so everyone can see what you're up to.
Okay.
Just put it right here. Okay. So you were going to do this in the oven, but for the benefit of those who probably don't have an oven at home, you decided to do it in the pan.
You can do it this way too.
Okay. So the ingredients are currently on your screen. Yaji chicken burger with caramelized onions, served with pineapple punch. You'll be seeing the pineapple punch at the end of the show. Don't worry about that. It's currently cooling in the refrigerator. Okay.
Okay, so the essence of this is just to melt the cheese. Yes.
And then we'll start assembling it.
Assemble our burger.
Okay. That's the part I'm very interested in.
So while that is working, we just layer this up with our, okay, let's use this, with our dressing. So this is the mayonnaise and ketchup mix.
Okay. So you put that on each side of the
buns.
Okay.
You want to have enough of it, so you don't have to be stingy with this ones.
So there's no mixing of this with the caramelized onions. There's no need for that.
Nah, there's no need for that.
That's more of a shawarma thing. We're making burger here. This looks very easy. It's something you can always do in your home,
very easy
all by
to
yourself.
Make.
Okay.
All right.
So what happens next?
So next, we're gonna be snapping this on here.
So those have been washed?
Yes, washed and left to dry.
Okay. Do you want to take out the chicken or it's...
No, it's fine. It needs a little more minutes.
Okay. So those are actually the caramelized onions.
So our tomato goes next.
These are the caramelized onions.
Just a touch here.
Oh, so you're going to be layering this?
Not really. It's just for the mixture to go throughout the way.
So what happens next?
So next, we're going to be putting our chicken on.
Okay. It already has the burger.
Yeah. That's yummy already.
This is looking really nice. Look at all those colors. Well, you already know I love color in food.
Yes, so this is going to just make everything as sweet and delicious.
Caramelized
onions, yes.
Wow.
You can have as much as you want on here.
Okay.
So the last but not the least.
Black pepper. Trusty old black pepper. So with this?
Yep, burger is ready.
It's ready.
We just cover them up.
Okay. This one went to the side.
Oh.
Don't worry. It's something that can be easily fixed.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah,
so
more onions.
Put more. Okay.
So.
All of those. Ah.
So you can just hold it down. For those that like to eat their burgers whole, you can go ahead and eat it like this.
But if I don't like to eat it
you can slice it through, so you can always share.
But what's the fun in sliced burger? Like the joy of eating burger is holding it like this and saying, hallelujah.
Yep.
Then you bite into it.
So our burger is ready.
Yay!
Very easy, very fast.
Easy,
yeah.
very easy, really very easy. So
The next thing now is just to do the rest of this, and then we have our pineapple punch, which is already cooling in the fridge.
Okay.
So the pineapple punch is just basically squeezed fresh pineapple juice, yeah. So you add a little bit of sugar and water concentrate, you boil it, you boil the sugar and the water together. Okay. So you let it cool off, you add it to the pineapple.
So you have to boil the sugar and the water together?
Yes, that's just to melt or dissolve the sugar.
Okay.
Okay, so after that has been cooled off, you add just a little or as much as you want into the pineapple that has been squeezed out. Then you have your ice. So if you have ice bags, tea bags, optionally, you can put it in it.
Tea bags?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So after which you put in your ice cubes and then you put in your mint and then, so you wash it down.
You said you wash it down.
You wash the burger down with that.
We don't need to wash it.
You actually need the palate cleanser for days.
We don't see, but if by the time I finish with this burger, I'll probably not take anything else for the next 4 hours because I just want to enjoy the taste.
Oh my God. But this is breakfast. You're at work. You need to focus on some other things than the taste of your burger.
I'm at work right now already.
Okay.
Oh my. Can you see that on your screen? Looks really good, doesn't it? It does look good. Anyway, we're moving on. It's about time for us to bring you a fantastic performance. And Mike is already on standby for that. But that will be right after this break, so you stay with us.
All right. Okay, so it's the pro in the house and OJ, Mr. OJ. Yeah. What's that full thing then, Mr. OJ?
Mr. OJ, a.k.a. Ojuro Love Master.
Hey, Ojuro Love Master, don't come near this guy. You break your heart. All right, and that's the pro. The pro is, of course, an Afro hip-hop artist. Good, great one there. So, how long have you guys been collaborating?
Yeah, for a very long time, though.
How did you guys meet?
Yeah, we met way back in Crossover State, though. Yeah, so we've been doing this stuff together.
And then you guys had to move to Lagos,
yeah,
right?
Sure.
How's it been? Did you do entertainment in Crossover State? Did you sing there?
Yeah. I've been singing for a very long time, though. I'm also a state artist in Crossover State.
Okay.
So even this year, last year I performed for the carnival, and I've been performing all the time.
All right, cool. So you had to move to Lagos. How would you compare the entertainment scene in both places, Calabar or Crossover State and Lagos?
I think the market is here in Lagos.
That's why you had to come here.
That's why we had to come. You know, everybody's looking for the bigger picture, you know what I'm saying? So.
All right, good. So you're about to show us a bit of that big picture now, right?
Sure.
All right, take it away.
Yeah, sure. Gee.
Young brain music.
Kilo day, waiting they happen. Now me they run this bed, do I say nothing they happen? Na 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 na. Kilo day, waiting they shell. Now me they run this town, I say nothing they happen. Na 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 na. What the shell? I love not get it. What the shell?
Kilo day, me I thank God say I see another day. Me I'm working every day and I'm getting paid. More money in the bank and I get my fame. I'm on top of the game, my level don't change to the fly like plane. They call me the boss cause I own the game. Man, everywhere I go, now my name the rain. I don't hustle, I don't struggle, I don't write my name for the jungle. Back then, the girls do the crumble, but right now all of them don't humble. That this square, I don't juggle though. This not how they make me the team so go to I saw why you they make me color with the way you they move, I feel by you more.
Waiting they happen. Now me they run this bed, do I say nothing they happen? Kilo day, waiting they shell. Now me they run this town, I say nothing they happen. Mama, what the shell? I don't know get it. What the shell? Mama, what the shell? I don't know get it. What the shell?
Now me they run this town. Send Calabar boy don't blow now. My flow so deep you can give me a crown. My style so bad you can go on the ground. I'm too bad for the game. My beat can kill, you can call me so sick. I do it so nice, you can call me chopstick. And when on the mic, you can call me classic. I can make you do the 1-2 step. I can make you do a diggy down step. I can make all the girls to the prostrate. Me and my body again. Follow me, follow me, follow me, go.
Hi, people. It's a new week.
Yeah.
I hope you guys already have everything planned. Things
Isn't Monday
working
the
out way
day
they
you
should.
plan it? Isn't Monday the day you plan it?
Well, some people say plan over the weekend so that you can start off the week right.
Oh,
Some
more.
people plan on Mondays as well.
I'm sleeping on the weekend, man. I can't shout. But really, you can start it the right way on a Monday with us. And we plan to be with you every single day till Friday. So just make it a date. Once it's 7 a.m., we're going to be here to deliver to you a great show.
All right, and of course we have a certain way that we do things over here on the show. So it's always food,
Yeah, of course.
motivation.
Of course.
Especially on Mondays, motivation. Business, that's also going to be.
I'm waiting to see how far you're going to go with this list. There's so much I wake up and
Relationship, which TT loves very much, by
Fashion.
the way. Fashion.
Fashion, food, lifestyle, health.
Everything you need.
Fitness.
This is the show right here that that just delivers everything. And yeah, of course we're streaming live right now on Facebook. So check us out at TVC Connect.
Yes, indeed.
Very, very important.
And of course on our website, that's tvcontinental.tv. Right now we're live streaming, so you can become a part of our e-community. Apparently there's an e-community building.
For Wake Up Nigeria.
They tune in every
really
morning
good. Yeah.
online, steady. You can join them.
Of course, Mary and Chef Lillian have been busy in the kitchen,
Yeah.
preparing that special burger for me. So I'm
Wow.
just looking forward
Just
to
you?
it. And just going to be having that
will
with
show
some
you later that it's not
special
just for
coffee that I've prepared as well.
But there's something else happening. Ayo Shofela is going to be back with us in the garden for another segment of our Automedic series. Now, the focus this morning is drive belts.
Yeah,
And
so we're going to be, of course, finding out what that means.
I need to find out, I need to learn a lot more about my car.
Yeah.
I do.
And then also, actor, comedian, musician, and social media sensation, Brother Shaggy, will be giving us, guess what? A musical performance.
Yes, sir.
That's what he's doing on the show today. And of course, after that, we'll be having a short chat with him.
Cause when I fall, I will stand up again. Again and again, I will make it one day. Because from us, I be to me. Little drop of water makes the ocean. Cause when I fall, I will stand up again. Again and again, I will make it one day. Yeah. Swaps.
And lastly, we'll be having the CEO of Luscious Chocolates, Femi Oyedipe, going to be hearing the real life story of his journey to becoming a successful medium-scale business owner.
Her
in
journey,
Nigeria.
actually.
Oh, sorry, her journey.
Yeah. So she used to work in a telecoms company.
Oh.
And then she went off to the UK to do her master's, came back and said, you know what, I want to be an entrepreneur.
Wow.
And that's how she started.
And it was chocolates. Honestly, I'm already in love.
Goodness.
Quite impressive.
Imagine
quite
doing
impressive.
business with something you love.
And she's pretty young. Like, if you meet her, she's like,
Wow.
she's like 30 or something.
Okay, so Yomi, when you say pretty young, to you, that's pretty young.
30 is pretty young.
30 is pretty young. What's wrong with you people?
Very, very young.
Well,
30 is young.
Because you put your hand on my shoulder like I'm an old man.
I know that's
I
what you're
don't
trying
get
to do.
I'm not started life now. You're about to start life. Life begins at 40, eh?
oh.
At 50 these days.
Well, yeah.
60 even.
Okay.
Moses is
Yeah, I want to feel like
began
I'm
at
still far
80.
from that.
As in, really? Moses' life started when?
At 80. Well, you know, he'd had several lives. He'd had several
He's a
lives.
cat, right?
So there was the life before
Okay.
You know,
the desert, and then, you know, the 40 years in the desert, and then, you know.
The old chocolate business reminds me of something that was happening this morning in the makeup room. So
Okay.
we're talking about Valentine gifts, and I was like, I like flowers. Like, I don't like flowers. I love flowers. I've once had someone bring flowers for me all the way.
Okay.
Fresh flowers. That's how much I love them. Imagine going into a florist shop and staying 3 hours just smelling different
Tell that
flowers.
to MM.
It's just really expensive
Yeah,
flowers.
they
I don't
are.
know.
flowers
They
expensive?
are so,
They
yes,
are.
These
flowers
people,
are
yeah,
very
all these guys here, they don't start appreciate flowers.
They're actually quite
If you bring a
expensive.
flower, the guy will stone you. Really? You give Nigeria flower. You can't even use it. Is it
Mike is
Can you
sharing
use it and
his
cook? Can you use it and cook soup? Is it ugu?
You say that flower will go chop.
No, except
No,
if you
serious.
give them ugu leaf, they can chop ugu leaf.
Wow.
They're like a bunch of nice ugu leaf.
So the flowers need to come in addition to something else, as in it's not just
After you
necessarily.
spend 35K on flowers.
Yeah.
well, hey, you decided to do the flower thing.
Yeah.
No, but I love flowers. So if you give me just flowers, I'm actually cool. Not plastic
Sorry?
flowers, fresh flowers.
No, you see the thing. Someone
Fresh
said,
flowers.
Someone
like,
said if you
they
love flowers,
smell
Yeah.
amazing.
if you love flowers, you shouldn't cut them.
Yeah.
Because you cut them, you kill them.
Oh,
Yes, that if you love flowers, go to their natural habitats, go to their denizen,
Yeah.
feel them there.
Yeah.
But then when you cut them and take them home, of course, just after a few days, they dry off and they die.
Okay, so
Yeah.
true
So-
For dried
flower-
flowers are
true-
also useful.
True lovers of flowers end up buying the seeds and planting them at home, having their own little garden of flowers and all that.
Exactly. That's quite
Flower
cool.
lover.
Flowers can't survive
But
certain
so we don't
places.
forget, we have, of course, something special for a lucky couple. You need to make sure you send in your love stories as soon as you can.
And we're not going to give you flowers.
No,
I'll give you more than flowers.
more than flowers. Don't worry. But it's going to be an amazing experience, a Valentine's experience for an amazing couple. Send in your love story. Use our hashtag WakeUpNigeria.
Yeah, so very short, just 1 or 2 paragraphs. How you met, or what happened, what he said or what she said, whatever.
If you lie, we'll know.
And
You know, our love story is different from Yankee love story.
You'll be amazed.
That's what Yankee love story is.
Yeah.
Like I was just walking and the sun was setting. Then when the sun just got to a level, I just turned and told her,
Mike.
baby, I have a gift for you. Look at the sun. Go and give
Mike, I
Najaget.
know
Go and give
someone
Najaget the sun. They
who
will
won a
slap you.
prize.
Right.
And that was how he met his wife. He won a prize, went to pick it up. She was the one to give him the prize. And that was how they met. So he won 2 prizes that
Niger love story.
in Niger. Yes.
I've
So
heard of
Niger
people who met
story-
like on a bus, maybe they were
Yeah,
fighting.
my friend met her husband on the bus.
Yeah,
and he
you
tried
know.
chiking her and she was like, excuse me.
Yankee love story.
All right, people, welcome to the outdoors. This is where it's happening. It's our car care segment on the show. And this morning, of course, I have with me Miss Shofela, who's going to be talking to us about caring for your car. Now, she's from the Automedics, and she's joining us this morning. Are you ready for us, Ayo?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so this morning we're going to be talking about something regarding belts.
Yes, we're talking about drive belts.
Drive belts. Okay, so drive belts is the international name for it.
It's actually called accessory belts.
Right.
Technically,
Okay, so-
it's called accessory belts, but here in this part of the world, we know it as drive belts or alternator belt or
Okay, so
fan
alternator belt,
belt.
that's
Yeah.
the one I know.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just have a look at what the alternator belt is,
Okay, to
and
be
then
able
you
to
then tell
see
us
it
what it
properly,
does. Okay, so let's see
I can
properly. I
move
think
this.
if the camera can just get that for us. Okay, there it is.
So there you have the belt. Now what the accessory belt does is it rolls all the components you have here. Components like the alternator, your compressor, water pump, power steering pump.
So it does quite a lot.
It does quite a lot here. Without this belt, I can just tell you this car might not go anywhere because one, the alternator will not run, which means your battery will not be charging. The water pump will not be turning, which means the car could overheat. Power steering pump, for those that use the hydraulic pump, will not be turning, so the steering will be stiff.
Yeah.
The compressor will not turn, so you couldn't use your AC. So the car will practically not be
Wow, so
able to go
this is-
too far.
Yeah, so this is why when anything happens to your belt, it's almost like, you know, the entire car is affected.
Exactly.
Because it's touching so many
touching
different
so many different parts. Now, this morning, what I want to bring to our notice is that this belt goes bad, and it goes bad over maybe like 20,000 to like 30 to 40,000 kilometers.
Right.
So you should actually have your mechanic check it off for you. Another thing
Instead
that
of just waiting for
instead
it
of
to-
just waiting for it to snap, because
Yeah.
you could be rushing somewhere and the belt just snaps. You practically have to stop and start getting a mechanic to change it for you.
All right, so have your belt checked every 20,000 to 30,000.
Exactly. Your mechanic will tell you whether it's due for change or whether you could still use it for some time. Now, there are some cars that use more than one. This car we're looking at here uses just one.
Okay.
Some older cars and even some recent cars we use two. You have one that's running some certain components, another one running some
Does it
other
depend
ones.
on the size of the engine? Because I know that there are some cars
It doesn't
that
really depend on the size of the engine. I've seen some 4-cylinder engines that use 2. I've seen some 6-cylinder engines that use 2. So it doesn't really depend on the size
Alright,
of
so
the
let's
engine.
quickly talk about caring for your car belt and for the drive belt, ensuring that it's properly running throughout the lifespan of the car.
So there's really no basic maintenance you can do for this belt because, like I said, it just drives these components. Right. The only thing you can do is periodically check it. And then sometimes you have the belt, when it becomes too loose, it starts making noise. You have this squealing noise.
Exactly,
you get.
that's what I wanted to ask, because sometimes there was a time when an older vehicle I was using, the drive belt was changed, and then within like a week or so, it started making noise. So I was wondering, okay, this is supposed to be a new belt.
Yes, it could be a new belt, but it might not be the exact size. The squealing comes when the belt is too loose. Right. So you have it rolling around a certain roller too fast. So you get that very squealing noise. Yeah, it could be the belt. The problem could be from the belt. The problem could be from the roller. If you have a bad roller on the car, any of these rollers here, once it's bad, you would have that squealing noise also. Okay,
but it's usually, sometimes when there's an issue with the belt, you just stop the car, call the mechanic, come and change it.
You can change it under less than 5 minutes.
Less than 5 minutes. So it's not a problem if you just get a person to just quickly do it.
No, it's not a problem. The only problem you might have is getting the exact belt and getting a genuine one. Right. Because I've seen cases where you change the belt, within 2-3 days it's snapped again.
Exactly. So that's another challenge that I've seen happen, where a lot of times the first time you change a belt is not,
you don't always get the very good one, yes, second time. So it's always better, probably when you go in for your loop service or your general maintenance, just have your mechanic check it. Something he would just look at, he'll just have to like tension it like this belt is still very okay. Yeah. In tension wise, you can see I can't really push on it. It's strong, exactly. If you push on it and you see it just dips down, then the belt is bad.
And then sometimes the belt can be bad without you knowing, because it's not giving you any
It won't give you any immediate signs, but like I said, your mechanic should always check it for you. Yeah. Sometimes you have cracks on the belt, so when he looks at it, he'll just tell you, you need to change this belt. Exactly.
And it's not even that expensive.
It's not that expensive.
It's something that you can do very quickly. So that's very nice. Thank you so much, Aya, for talking to us about caring for your belt, ensuring that you look out for the belt, maintaining you're doing car maintenance every 20,000 kilometers or so, 20,000 to 30,000. Make sure that the belt is checked and probably changed. So what if sometimes after 30,000 kilometers the belt still looks okay?
You can still continue using it.
Okay.
Once your mechanic gives you the assurance the belt is okay, you can still keep using it.
All right. Thank you so much, Aya, for joining us this morning. So yeah, that's about drive belts or alternator belts or fan belts.
Whatever it is that you know.
Whatever name that you exactly. Because most people just call it fan belt. Or my fan belt is bad, or my fan belt is noisy, and things like that. So these are some of the things that you need to know. Thank you so much. Automedics is on Instagram. At
Facebook.
So that's Automedics?
Yeah, Automedics.
Okay. At Automedics on Facebook and on Instagram. You can check her out, of course, and you should be getting more information about how to care for your car and ensure that you don't get into trouble, especially on the Third Mainland Bridge. All right, so we're heading to the kitchen now, whereas there's more action taking place with the guys.
Just look at Yomi with his broad smile, like, okay, he's learned something new for his car. Well, you're welcome again to the kitchen right here on Wake Up Nigeria. Our meal is ready. Well, you saw that earlier.
Very ready.
Yeah, I still have Chef Lillian of Crescent Foods here. And this time, she's going to make that pineapple punch she talked about earlier.
Okay, actually, we've gone a long way in making this already. So we already have our blended pineapple that has been squeezed out into a juice. Okay. We have our sugar and water solution that has been boiled and cooled off and added to this. And so all we have to do next is just add in our pineapple chunks.
Okay.
Like I said earlier, if you have tea bags, you can have them in that as well.
Okay.
So you can put as much as you want.
Do you use fresh tea bags?
Yes, fresh tea bags.
Like unused ones, like you've not...
Of course.
Wow.
You can even put your, tea bags now. Yeah. We have the ones that can make you slim. We have the ones that can make you not sleep. Different kinds of tea bags. Whichever one you want, you can just add to it.
Wow.
Yeah. So if you want it more aromatic and everything, if you have raw cinnamon, the cinnamon sticks, you can also have them in this. They are just infusers to give you
a fantastic taste.
Yes, and for breakfast to make you very, very lively and vibrant.
Because after having this kind of breakfast, anybody who tries to look for your trouble on the road, you're just like, bro, I'm in a good mood.
So that's why you need something like this to actually cleanse your palate and, you know. So we're going to be adding this, like I said, our mint leaves.
Any reason for this is also for...
Okay, it's, this is very, very aromatic. So you can just add it for flavors, for taste and everything.
Okay.
And it goes well with pineapple juice.
Wow. So mint leaves there.
Yes, so if you want to make it very, very funky, if you have like ice cubes, you just put them deep down there, you see, gives it,
all the
everything bubbles up.
Pineapple chunks bubble up.
Yes, so this and this go together, breakfast is ready and you can have a delicious treat.
Okay, so this is good to go. Like, I can just grab my burger. This is my burger. Yeah.
You can tag your name on it.
Can't you make it out? This is M. This is A.
Okay, maybe some other time we have to put name on the sticks.
If you do, I know someone that will just break my head here. All right then, we have to move on with the show. Quite a lot of stuff happening. I love chocolates, and as a child I used to love licking those cocoa pods. Yeah, we had folks from the village send some, and it was always very tasty. So making it into chocolates, I'm still a big fan. And talking about chocolates, Titi and Femi are going to be telling us about someone's business story right now.
Yomi is here too, Mary.
And Yomi as well. Yomi is already with the chocolates.
No,
Yomi.
but I know.
Yomi,
So,
I caught you.
Mary, the reason why he's holding the chocolate is because he's promised that at least Valentine's is around the corner. I might just
That's also the reason I'm dressed in brown.
I might just
That's also the reason I'm dressed in brown.
Yeah, so you can match Femi's shoes, right? Abby?
All right, so
she won't give you chocolates.
For business this month, we decided to bring you real life stories of businesses who are thriving in Nigeria, despite all the economic conditions, ups and downs that we've had in the last 3.5 years or so.
Of course.
But yeah, and these businesses have been able to thrive in spite of the challenges that come with starting a business in Nigeria. And this morning, we're going to be having a conversation with someone very special.
Yes, indeed. Our first guest in the series is Femi Oyedipe. Now, she's the CEO of Luscious Chocolate. Great to have you join us on Wake Up Nigeria.
Thank you for inviting me.
Well, now I looked at this and, you know, the packaging itself.
Yes, indeed.
Even before tasting the chocolate is like amazing.
Let me get this one. Oh, so beautiful packaging.
Yeah.
And this packaging is made in Nigeria?
Yes, actually made by us in-house. We buy everything locally. So
you're amazing.
Yeah.
You're amazing. So tell us about this business, how you started this, you know, because you have a remarkable story.
Yes. The idea was birthed in 2015. You know, when you've given so much a career and, you know, you've not, you know, attained where you want to be, and instead of just moping and, you know, so I just thought, okay, what could I do? And at the time, we did a bit of research to find out, you know, the things I could do. I knew I could bake. I'd worked a bit with chocolates in making ganaches and making chocolate cakes. So we just thought, okay, what can you do? And this was at a time where I'd just lost out on a particular opportunity that I set my mind on for so long.
I have this need to hear this whole story, full from the beginning to the end, but we have to take a short break and be back in a bit.
Okay.
We're back. We're still with Femi Oyedipe, who's the CEO of Luscious Chocolate, and she was just telling us her story. You were talking about where you had just missed out on an opportunity.
Yes, so it was an opportunity with a telco company, an American telco company, and I was quite devastated about it. So, so we thought to myself, well, my best friend and I, which is my husband, and I was like, Femi, you're good with your hands, do something. I was like, I'm not going to start baking. There are a lot of people that are already baking already. I have big names, you know. So with a lot of research, I found out that we are actually huge producers of cocoa in Nigeria, particularly in the early 60s, before the advent of oil.
Yeah.
You know, we're #1, but now we're somewhere number 7 or some sort. So anyway, so we're huge cocoa producing nation, and most of our cocoa is exported, and nothing is done in terms of value adding for the local industry in particular. Now there's some factories that were doing, you know, cocoa processing, where they do cocoa butter, cocoa powder. But at that time, I didn't really hear of anybody wanting to do fine chocolates, like chocolates that we go to the stores, or when we travel to France, Switzerland, we were buying chocolates and eating. So I said, okay, maybe I should carve a niche here. Probably if I, you know, do this and add some sort of value, then I can become successful one day. So.
Yeah, so and that's some footage of
your factory.
Oh, yeah. Factory where things are being produced.
Yes.
They're fantastic.
Can you tell us about the process, you know, of getting the cocoa out of the cocoa bean and all that?
So typically, cocoa beans are different. You can have beans from
where?
This is beans from Ondo, Ileoluji.
Okay.
So you could have beans from Owo, you can have from Ileoluji, and they are actually a bit different from each other because beans are determined by the soil, the seed that was used for the bean, for the cacao tree, and also the rain profile in that area. So you can be in a particular, maybe in the west, for example, and the bean from Oyo is different from the bean from Ondo. So if you see, I have a bean from Oyo there.
Okay. Let's see.
Okay, so this is the one from Oyo.
This is the one from Ondo. And you can see, even from looking at it, you can see the difference.
Yeah, this is a bit powdery.
Yeah, that is, and nothing has been done to it. It's just,
this is just straight from the tree.
Fermented.
From the pod.
From the cacao pod, fermented and dried. And then you have that from Oyo. Even the aroma is different.
Right.
So the flavor notes you experience when you make the chocolates too is different.
She's talking like a pro.
Fantastic.
Like a real pro.
Okay, so once you crack, I guess you crack the pods.
Yes.
You get the.
So what you do is that once you get it like this, what we do, because we're still a small batch company, we hand sort. So sometimes you have a few things like the dried pulp that comes with the bean when it's in the cacao pod. So you take that out and then take out imperfect beans. That is beans that are not properly dried or fermented. And then you have the perfect ones, and then we roast those ones. Wow. So I've been working with these two beans since 2016, early 2016. Wow. So we've developed a roasting profile that best suits the Ondo bean, Ileoluji to be precise, and Idere, Oyo State.
Now we're going to talk about your packaging, which I think is absolutely excellent. It's international standard in a few minutes. Okay. But talk to us about challenges, because I know that in this kind of business, working in this climate, and you know, deciding that, you know what, I'm going to stake it out, it can be pretty challenging. So talk to us about some of the challenges of a small business.
Now, for small businesses, I'm very sure a lot of us experience quite similar challenges, but I would like to talk about something that is unique to like manufacturing, because I'm a manufacturer.
Yes, you are.
And what is unique to me is that, one, I need to grind for a minimum of 36 to 48 hours to get my homogeneous compound to a fine consistency, so that when you put it in your mouth, it doesn't feel gritty. So with the power challenge,
36 hours.
Yes, minimum. And that's with all the other factors in place. That is your rotation, the speed, the temperature of your grind. So once any of those things change, it's longer.
Right. Wow.
So yes.
36 hours.
Minimum. Grinding at a particular speed and at a particular temperature. Now, once that changes, you know, your processing time is lengthened. So now that comes to power.
So I can just imagine running diesel
for 36 hours. So you can imagine the amount of money I spend on power, you know, monthly is huge.
So you can't ever have a break in power when you're grinding?
No, I cannot.
Otherwise, it just extends it.
Even if I do, I need to power it back and then need to extend it. So sometimes I have in a grinder a batch and I'm grinding sometimes 5 days and I'm totally upset because I'm not able to meet my deliverables and I'm trying to grow my business. So that in itself is an issue, power.
So for the packaging, what we've noted is that you wanted to meet an international standard.
Yes.
And why was this so important?
Because I feel that great things can come from Nigeria. And if we import chocolates from abroad, why can't Nigerian-made chocolates compete with these imported chocolates? We have the resources. We are closest to the raw material. Only in Nigeria and South America you find cocoa. In Europe and all those other places, they actually get our cocoa and then, you know, turn them into
and send it back to us.
Send it back to us. Yes. So and then also the vision of Luscious Chocolate was that we wanted everything to be proudly Nigerian. So we source everything locally. our packaging is done locally. We do it in-house. I actually buy the paper myself.
Wow.
The person that supplies me, I know him, like,
yeah.
So, and then we developed a prototype of the packaging and then taught our packaging team to know how to do this.
So my final question for me is, what is the response been like? So is it friends that first of all came on board, or how are you distributing it, as quickly as possible? What can you tell us?
So I would say that Nigerians have actually been very, very supportive.
Okay.
When they see, they're like, are you serious? Made in Nigerian chocolate? They're like, okay, let's try it out. But initially, when they didn't come in this fancy packaging, our initial packaging, they were a bit skeptical. But once you got it right, they were like, oh yeah, then let's try it. Some people are still a bit like, but most people are like excited and they're like, okay, let's try it. Give us something. Okay, do you understand? So they've been the response has been good. And also thanks to the LSCTF as well, Lagos State Employment Trust Fund.
Yeah.
I was also a beneficiary, so I got loan from them, and I was able to buy my massive grinder that does 10 times the volume I was currently doing.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Femi Idikwe, for joining us. CEO of Luscious Chocolate.
Yes, indeed.
You can find it everywhere.
Even
Thank
the
you so much.
Valentine's package.
Yes, it's on our website,
so
lusciouschocolate.com.
And on social media
and on social media as well, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter.
You know what? I think you're amazing. You're
Thank
inspiring.
you very much.
And we have music coming up next for
Brother
you this
Shaggy
Monday.
is in town. Brother Shaggy is in town, ladies and gentlemen.
Woo!
Hello. How are you?
Any question of the morning? Yeah, hit me. Good morning, everyone.
Many years have gone. I'm waiting here for a miracle. Trying hard not to fall. Building a life that's meaningful. I'm ready to fight to the end. I'm ready to stand. I'm never giving up, because Rome was not built in a day. Little drops of water make the ocean. Cause when I fall, I will stand up again. Again and again, I will make it one day. Because Rome was not built in a day. Little drops of water makes the ocean. Cause when I fall, I will stand up again. Again and again, I will make it one day. Ori, gbẹ́sẹ̀ mi sọ̀rọ̀, gbé mi débi re, gbé mi débi re. Orí, gbẹ́sẹ̀ mi sọ̀rọ̀, gbé mi débi re, gbé mi débi. If not to fight, I go fight. If not to steal, I no go steal. I promise to make it on my own. Orí mi má bàgbà bọ̀dé. If not to fight, I go fight. If not to thief, I no go thief. I promise to make it on my own. Struggling and hustling for my own. Fight to the end. Oh, I'm ready to stand. I'm never giving up. Because Rome was not built in a day. Little drops of water meet the ocean. Cause when I fall, I will stand up again. Again and again, I will make it one day. Because Rome was not built in a day. Oh, little drops of water meet the ocean. Cause when I fall, I will stand up again and again, I will make it one day. Orí, gbẹ́sẹ̀ mi sọ̀rọ̀, gbé mi débi re. Gbé mi débi re. Orí, gbẹ́sẹ̀ mi sọ̀rọ̀, gbé mi débi re. Gbé mi débi re. Thank you.
All right.
Amazing performance.
Amazing.
Beautiful.
Brother Shaggy.
I did
For
not
the
see that
first
coming.
time, I saw a serious
Brother Shaggy.
serious Brother Shaggy.
We need to have you in the kitchen
Yes,
here.
indeed. Please come to the kitchen. Please come to the kitchen. Woo!
Over there.
Welcome,
Good
welcome,
morning,
welcome.
good
Nice
morning.
one, bro. Nice
Okay.
one.
The last time you were here, you were a comedian.
No, I'm a singer.
I like that.
The next
I like
time
that.
it comes now, act
Well, then that's a
for us.
beautiful,
All right, then.
beautiful song
Thank you
with
very
a deep meaning
Yes,
to it.
it
And
is.
you're going to talk to us about
Femi and Brother Shaggy, welcome to the kitchen on Wake Up Nigeria. This meal was prepared by Chef Lillian and of Crescent Foods. So you both get a piece.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, just a little bit, just before we get to the food, your song. Tell us where the inspiration came from.
I should say my life.
Okay.
The story of my life, actually. You know, I was actually supposed to drop a song before this, but my mother couldn't let me because I had to pour out everything that happened to me before my father died, everything in the song, but it was too deep, so I had to go for this one. You know, everyone has a story.
Everyone
so,
does, yes.
And we all have where we are going.
Yeah.
So,
And yours is an amazing story.
thank you.
And very, very inspirational as well. Thank you so much for
sharing it with us.
Yeah, and putting yourself out there. You know, it's a risk when you sing a song.
Sure.
It's actually one of the top 10 trending songs in Nigeria right now.
Wow.
Yes, it is.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
It is. I actually mentioned it yesterday.
When you start cashing in on
Remember humble beginnings.
I remember.
don't abandon comedy.
No.
All right. So this food is not going to wait for anybody. You guys need to taste it. Tell us how.
Yeah, we need to know. Right now.
Yeah. Yes, right now. Go ahead. Dig it. Grab it.
Shaggy.
Grab it. Grab it.
Say they eat it with this one.
You can take it off. Take it off. Woo! Okay.
There you go.
Almost there.
Nice one.
Oh. What do you think? What do you think?
Yum yum.
Very nice.
Okay.
It's nice, very nice.
Ginger.
So those words are coming out slowly, you know.
They
But
can
they sound
actually
positive sound.
Yeah.
If you taste this alongside what you've just eaten, you'll probably fall off your
All
chair.
right, so we have to start rounding off the show
Yes.
now. Big thank you to Homie Angie, as usual, on the show for kitchen accessories and all the stuff that they give to us here.
Yes, indeed. And of course, a big shout out to Fola's Place for all the amazing hairstyling.
Thank you,
Look
Fola.
at Mary's
Oh
hair.
my God.
What?
Ah.
I'm beefing you,
Oh
Mary.
my
I'm
God.
beefing you. Hey, I sure I won't go back to my short hair again.
And thank you to Femi Oedipe and Brother Shaggy.
He's eating. But what do you think? What do you think?
Hits me. I used to be like a huge sucker for burgers.
Wow. All right.
Yeah.
Great stuff.
Thank you.
Baba.
It's been an amazing show. Mondays start this way, and it can only get better.
Yeah, it's going to be a great week. We're looking forward to it, and we have been sufficiently motivated by not just Brother Shaggy's song, but also, of course, the story of Femi Oedipe,
Yes,
how she started, and of course, overcoming the challenges.
Yes, indeed. Tuesday is going to be great.
Yeah.
Tuesday is going to be lit. Make sure you make it a date with us 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, right here on
See ya.
TBC.
Bye-bye.
Bye.